the next book is going to be called Facing Death.
Facing Death, Welcoming the Afterlife.
Tell us a little bit about that. Whoa.
Well, that was something...
Welcoming in the Afterlife?
Welcoming the Afterlife.
Whoa, I love that. That's
so many people are afraid of death, but they fail to realize what kind of a transition and, essentially, what kind of an opportunity it is. Death can be the ultimate healing, the ultimate cleansing, and the ultimate opportunity to start anew.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that from a philosophical and also from a practical point of view. And the way I got started on that idea was that somebody suggested that let's put some of these books in the where he worked, which was a hospice and a hospital, and I thought that was great. But then, okay, maybe we can also put something in that deals a little more specifically with that idea.
Yeah.
And another thing he said, which kind of got me going on this idea, is that he said that after he passed over to the other side, after death, he would like to be on the welcoming committee to show people, you know, through the transition.
Do you ever see that? Do you ever see that movie, Defending Your Life?
I don't think I did.
That's a great movie for that. Yeah,
so
really
I thought, well, that's a great idea to be on the welcoming committee, but we don't necessarily have to wait till then. We can start now by showing people a little bit how to face death with an equipoised mind, not with so much fear and concern, and understand what the transitional process is, so that on the other side of life is actually a greater life. Death is like an illusion. It doesn't mean that death is the opposite of living. Actually, when one crosses the other side, one is often more alive on that level than he is now.
Yeah.
He's free from so many limitations and concerns.
It's like leaving your car, right? Your car seems like this conscious being.
Well, I just had heard the phrase that death is like being relieved of a tight shoe, taking off a tight shoe.
Wow. Especially when your body gets a little old and it's ready. You're ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your whole philosophy is that it is an illusion that because we are now identifying with this body as the self, which is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
You, the soul, who is eternal, you're going to leave this body, and you're going to get the next life according to how you've used this one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's called in India dropping the body. You just drop it.
Yeah.
Well, that means something drops it. You don't drop, but something drops the body.
So it's like trading in your automobile. How you've used this one, you're going to get the next.
Selling the Ford.
Yeah. So you actually want to get to the position yourself where you don't have another material body, you don't have to go through death, disease, old age. You want to be eternally with God.
Right.
That's your goal.
Well, let's look at it this way. Just imagine how different this world would be if we didn't have to worry about feeding the body, growing food to feed the body, taking the body to the bathroom, of all things. I mean, whoever thought of that idea? Or having to sleep.
The bills.
You know, and the bills, and all these things it takes to maintain the body. Well, the fact is, there's worlds out there like that.
Yeah.
Not on the physical level, though. So if there's worlds out there like that, you can think, you can start to begin to get the idea of how much fun they could be.
So the more the consciousness is purified, the more godly the consciousness becomes, the higher the birth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but you don't want to come back.
Well, the whole idea is that you can come back as often as you need to in order to learn whatever you have to learn.
Yeah.
If you learn enough.
I like that philosophy.
If you learn enough, when you graduate from high school, you don't have to go back to high school.
Right.
If you learn enough on the physical plane, you don't have to come back to the physical plane. There's plenty of other planes out there to keep you busy.
Okay. This is a great author, Stephen Knapp. We have Toward World Peace, Seeing the Unity Between Us All. You can contact Steve through the War Memorial at 881-7511. He's even on the internet. And even with Amazon.com. Whoa. Thank you for joining us on Out of the Ordinary into the Extraordinary. God is alive and magic is afoot.